If I said Chip Kelly, and you've had a lot of great coaches, good high school program, Mark Helfrich, Chip Kelly, go back to the first couple times you met Chip Kelly. What stuck out to you about Chip Kelly?
His drive to be successful. I think, his mindset, his how he handles himself, I think is different. And he really, comes across as one of those people that really just wants the best, not only for you, but for the entire organization and team.
He does things differently, doesn't he?
He does. And that's just who he is. He's gonna do it his way. And, no matter what, he has a purpose for everything. And, he understands that every decision that he makes is for the best of that program or that organization.
They say that he changes people's diets. Did he do that to you or the Oregon Ducks?
Not at all. Actually, we could eat Subways. We could eat whatever we wanted to.
Wow. So he wasn't that rigid when it came to diets. Did he make you see the game differently, though?
Maybe a little bit. He really, taught us, specifically situational football, how we handle ourselves in certain game scenarios, and thinking that way, and always kind of making the best decision for the team, was always his way of doing things.
Yeah. Why aren't you going to the draft?
For me, culturally, it was a way to pay respects to where I come from and the people that got me here. It was an opportunity to have friends and family around me and to enjoy the moment together. I wouldn't be here without all these people that have gotten me to this point in my life. So I wanted to kind of be able to provide that opportunity to enjoy the moment together and pay respects in that way.
When you're a star football player and you turn on TV like the draft, people will be talking about you on TV for days. Are you amused by it? What is it like to watch television and everybody's talking about you for days?
I just, honestly, it's different, but for me, I don't really pay attention to it. Because again, people are going to have their opinions about you. People are going to say what they want to say. At the same time, all you can do is just try to find ways to make yourself better, and that's all up to you. So I don't really pay attention to those things.
So you're working with Subway. What's this meat statue thing?
This food statue is, an awesome deal that Subway has put together. I'm honored to be a part of their famous fan family, and it was an opportunity to kind of get together and to be introduced as one of those people. And it's really cool. It's pretty realistic. My mom had to get the camera out and take a whole bunch of pictures, and it's awesome that this has come to life, and I'm very grateful for it.
I watched Rob Gronkowski's dad talk about Gronk and how it was hard for him to watch his son play football because he's been hurt. Like, can your mom watch you play football, or is she like all moms? She kind of freaks out because her baby's out there and maybe get hit.
Yeah, she'll watch the game through her hands. She kind of puts her head down, and she does her best not to pay attention to it.
So did she go to the Oregon games?
She did, but she was the one in the crowd that just kind of had her head down and would only look up if she heard cheers.
Wow. Now, what about your dad?
My dad will watch the game no matter what. He loves it. He's kind of, he's really that guy that I can go to and talk about the game afterwards, and about every decision I made, and he's really that guy that I can lean on and talk football with.
What have you learned? What's the best thing you've ever learned from your dad about football?
The best thing I learned is taking care of the football. I mean, ever since I was a kid growing up, he would always, I could throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns and come back in the car on the way home after a Pop Warner game. He's like, man, you fumbled here. Why'd you do that? You can't lose the ball. You're going to end up losing the game. That's the biggest, stat of teams losing is turning the ball over. And that kind of stuck with me all through my life. And then it was reiterated at the University of Oregon with Coach Kelly and Coach Helfrich. So, learning that from my pops was an awesome deal. And, it's actually kind of funny because he will continue to be that no matter what.
Man, you'd throw for 500 yards and Pops would bang on you for the fumble. Did you ever turn him in the car and say, Dad, I'm 13. I threw for 500 yards?
No, but my mom would. My mom would, for sure.
She'd be in the back seat, say, give our baby a little credit here.
Yeah, I mean, my dad, you know, he would always tell me how proud and you know, how much, you know, he loved watching us play. But he was just like me. I think, you know, he's my biggest fan, but also my biggest critic. And, you know, that happy medium for me has really been special because it's provided me with an opportunity to learn a lot from my dad, but also feel that sense of pride and, you know, how much he really loves and enjoys it. Now,
do you eat poi? Because I've tried it and I don't love it.
Oh, that's a great question. I've had it. I'm not the biggest fan. It's a little bitter for me, for sure.
So you how often do you eat poi?
I wouldn't. It wouldn't be something I ate on a regular basis.
And by the way, aloha means hello and goodbye. You know, that's very confusing, Marcus, for guys not from the island.
Why? It's an easy way to say hello, and then when you're done with it, just say aloha.
It's just kind of it's a floating word that means a million different things. I think I'd just be saying aloha all day to my friends. I don't even know. It's like hello, goodbye. Can I have a Starbucks? Can I have a? It means everything, right?
That's right. I mean, it's a very versatile word that you can use in any situation.
Yeah. Well, you're a versatile quarterback. We wish you the best, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.